Dear friends, today I am going to talk about genetic center, which is left and forgotten by philosophers as well as scientists. It is a very important subject. I am taking that today. வாழ்க வையகம் வாழ்க வளமுடன். Dear friends, I am glad to be with you today. I want to reveal a secret in the philosophy and science. It is very important subject. Somehow it is left behind. Now we have to know that subject which will cover most of our life experiences and also the secrets of the universe. Now, first of all, we have to note our existence, our body. Human body is working with three important principles. One is physical structure, physical body. Second is astral body. I want to reveal a secret in the philosophy and science. It is very important subject. Somehow it is left behind. Now we have to know that subject which will cover most of our life experiences and also the secrets of the universe. Now, first of all, we have to note our existence, our body. Human body is working with three important principles. One is physical structure, physical body. Second is astral body. The third is magnetic wave force. All the three are combined in every action of body and mind. Now, to know about structure of the body is built by various elements. Elements are analyzed with 92 by scientists so far. What is the element? How many energy particles, that is atoms, are jointly functioning in a group that is called the element. According to the spinning action of each and every particle. They are coming close to one another and work in group. Wherever there is no speed in the particle, there will be less number of atoms in that element. So, even in our body, the elements are working to constitute the body. At the same time, all the elements are not as they are always. They are changing their character because of the speed of spinning increases. Some of the atoms are thrown away because of the repulsive force. When they come slow, automatically the group gets more. So in this way, how many atoms are jointly functioning in a group, that is called the element. Always no element is standing as it was. According to the circumstances, they are changing. The number of particles are changing because wherever the spinning action speed is increases, the number of particles are coming down. So, in our body, even though the body is built up by the elements, single particle, energy particle, which is always coming around the body, because some of the particles coming out of the element, some of the particles are going and joining. Therefore, in addition to the element in the body, the individual atoms are running throughout the body always. That is called a life force or akash. That is, in any living body, this is natural. Well, coming to understand what is the magnetic body, it is the great science. Still, we all are using magnetism into electricity in various ways. Still, the science has not found out where from the magnetism is charged or coming out. It is not difficult to understand. For that, we have to know three imperceptible phenomena or principles in the universe. One is gravity, which is called otherwise God by the Eastern people. In the science it is called gravity. The word itself gives meaning that is very heavy. Heavy means force. And to know clearly the heavy principle, I will explain, it is only space. For common people, the space is considered as vacuum, nothingness. It is not. It is filled with great number of dust particles. How the dust came out? The gravity itself is having self-compressive surrounding pressure force. There is no other Shakti in the universe that itself compresses. By that it became powder, that is dust. Where the dust will go? It will be within the gravity. By the surrounding pressure of the gravity, each dust particle starts spinning. What is the dust particle? That is a mini portion of gravity. How it is spinning? By the surrounding pressure of the gravity. So it becomes a powerful Shakti or force in the universe. That is called magnetism. Magnetism starts only from the gravity. It is a mini portion of God or gravity. There is no other force or Shakti than magnetism in the universe. It is well explained by the name itself. What is called magnet? We have to separate into two words. Magnet. Mag means a big one. Net means covering the whole universe. Therefore, it's called magnet. So, such a small dust magnetism, by the surrounding pressure of the same gravity, they come close to one another and form a group that is called atom. So, atom is well known to all people, even though it is imperceptible. Every atom is a group of dust particles of magnetic dust. Again, by the surrounding pressure of gravity, the atoms are coming close according to their spinning speed. So they are formed into 5 sections. They are called Panchabhutas. Panchabhutas are nothing other than energy particle, that is atoms. According to the intensity in the group, how close they are working, according to that, the wave coming from those groups is transforming into pressure, sound, light, smell and taste. from Panchabhutas, 5 Tanmatras. So, the atoms which are formed by the dust particles, when they get grouped, they become Panchabhutas. The collection of Panchabhutas are, now we are seeing many planets and all structures, that is. So, everything whatever we see, that is only the association of energy particles. Any mass, whatever we see, whether it's a living being or inorganic. So now, whatever we take and see, it is made up of atoms. It is association of atoms. What is atom? It is a group of magnetic dust. What is the dust? Many portion of God, that is gravity. So, whatever we see, wherever we see, it is only we are seeing God. According to the changes, transformations, we give several names for identification. But everything is God in reality. This is a verse given in Gita. Whoever is able to see me in everything, everywhere, I am not away from him. That is the. When you understand the formation of magnetism and the dust, many portion of the gravity, we can see everywhere in anything the same God in many portions. So, the same dust particle after coming into the energy particle atom, even in the body or anything. Because the spinning action of the atom, the dust particles inside, they are having more speed and repulsive force. So they are going away gradually from the atom. That is called magnetic wave filled with the whole universe. There is no place, there is no magnetism. Therefore, even some news is spread from England or any place, we are able to hear even without wire. That means everywhere, all places are wave of ocean, magnetic ocean. So, in the same way, our body, always the energy particles are throwing away the wave, which is called magnetism, biomagnetism in all living beings, including man. So, one is a structure, by elements. Second is a individual particle, that is a Shukva Sharir or astral body. The third magnetism is the wave coming out of the particle. So in our body, always the magnetic wave is charging. Wherever the magnetism is working, it will be always having spinning action, any wave. Therefore, even in our body, is circulating throughout the body. According to the specific gravity system, whatever is moving around, self-moving, the specific gravity means heavier things are going inside, lighter things are coming outside. That means by the spinning action, intensified portion goes to the center. Similarly, in our body, the intensified portion is centered in the middle of the body, center of the body. What is the center? From head to leg. If you find out the center, even in the body, if you find out the center, both are in one place. That is called genetic center or Mooladhara. So the genetic center is a dam, that is magnetic dam in our body to store all magnetism charge. Whenever any sounds or panchatanmatras are working outside, that is also received by the body at the same time. From the genetic center, some of the wave is coming out and transforming into the same thing. That what we are perceiving through our senses. We are seeing light outside. How? Light is a transformation from the magnetism. Pressure, sound, light, smell and taste. In the 5 tanmatras, light is one. Also sound. We are hearing the sound. How it? When there is any place that reflects throughout and reaches in all places. Therefore, any sound, it reaches the genetic center. Genetic center at once transforms a portion of it and coming out through the senses. Pressure comes through the skin, light comes through the eyes, sound comes through the ears, taste comes through the tongue, nose. So, whatever we see, we hear, whatever we enjoy, all are the reflection from outside by the magnetic transformation into 5 panchatanmatras. Now, to know about the functions of our biomagnetic force or generative center. Whatever we see, whatever we enjoy, whatever we do, our magnetic force is disturbed. Such a disturbance is affecting the generative center because some portion of the magnetism has to come out. So when coming out reaches, it feels whether it is light pressure or what is the feeling, that is the point of exhaustion or transformation of the magnetic force. So the same is affected in the bottom. That becomes a character. Whatever we see, whatever we enjoy, that becomes our character, joining with our generative center. So from morning to now, yesterday you had some kind of quality in the generative center. Whatever you experience today, these all are added to it. How many number of experiences you get? All are shrunk by the self-compressive force of gravity, God, and goes to the generative center. So, generative center is not started in our birth time only. Where from we have come. Man has not evolved. He is not evolved from nature suddenly. From small creatures, man has come after several crores of birth after birth, species after species. For example, by the association of elements, planets are formed. Among the planets, our Earth is one. Earth was started at that time. There was no living being. Only the living being started from the earth is plant life. With one sense, plant life is having only one sense. It will know the heat and cold. From the plants, seed comes, fruit, seed. Any seed which is not sown in time, if you keep it, automatically in the center of the seed, there will be starting second cells, living being, which is called worms. All the seeds, whatever it may be, will become worms within certain time. Then it eats away the same seed outside and comes out by making the hole and the seed. It is usual, we are seeing in all seeds. Whatever the seed may be, if you sow, keep it without sowing, that will have the hole in time. So, first started, second sense. It has a taste sense in addition to feeling of the pressure. The taste sense is the worms that itself builds a cover over this by its own saliva. It is called cocoon. In sometimes it goes in the yoga, that is some kind of trance state, hibernation. In the state of hibernation, that develops wings. After wing comes, when it comes out, it flies. All flying living beings are formed there. Within short time, the wings will fall away. Then the living being comes to the earth, crawl. From that day onwards, it becomes a crawling creature. In the crawling time, there may be many number of legs. Gradually, one after other, the species is transformed. Then the legs are reduced. Then becomes a 4 legs animals. From 4 legs, when it comes to the 2 legs, that is man. So it would take millions and millions of years for such a change. So the genetic center which started in the first living being is stopped. Even though the body is dissolved, the genetic center is magnetic force, it won't dissolve. It comes out even in the living time. By progenies, the same genetic center is transformed. Otherwise also, it comes out and after some time it enters into another living being. So the same way, man is having the center, genetic center, connected with all the living beings of the world. Therefore, man is having the character or quality of all living beings in the mental and bodily functions. Even though we all are men, sometimes because of the genetic centers working harder, sometimes man will act as snake or tiger or any other living being, because of the genetic center starts working according to the circumstances. But some of the habits or force will not be harmonious to man's life. Therefore, our forefathers started avoiding such animals' character in the life of mankind. They formulated yoga system to change the character of both mind and body. To change the character of the mind, meditation has come out. To change the working order of the body functions, exercises are several kinds formed. So man is having such wonderful treasure in the body, which is a genetic center situated in the center of the body. If this is understood well, what is the state of life before birth and after death? Before birth, our genetic center started only from parents. After death, the living time, if there is progeny, this will be transformed as genetic jarascopy. Otherwise, even though the body is dead, there is no progeny. The genetic center will go away and it will find a suitable person to get attached with, to finish all the ambitions and characters. So each of us will have several genetic centers and several qualities. So when this is understood, we will be able to control our emotional activities. Therefore, we have formed introspection over greed, anger, miserliness, immoral sexual passion, vanity and vengeance. Only by practicing this, we can come over from all emotional modes which are related to animals and creatures. So now, man is the top. This genetic center is a treasure having all the secrets of nature. Such each and every one is the owner of such a treasure. If you understand, we can respect mankind or individual person of anybody. Even we can respect ourselves. We cannot neglect our activities, thought or action, because we know every action will get imprinted into character of our own. Therefore, only good character should be stored. Others, we did not act with that. So this is the secret of our genetic center. Body may change, but genetic center will not change because the magnetic force is always living in the whole universe that will flow, transfer from one place to other, one living being to other. So that is working wonderfully. These all are the secrets of genetic center. I request all of you, if there is any doubt about this science, I am happy to give reply. If you want to test, have you got the magnetic force within? Just keep your head 4 inches away. Meditate on the both hands. Within few seconds, you will feel a force between them, because the force surrounding spinning force is giving the feelings. That is magnetic force. This is called divine mighty fluid in the whole universe. Fluid means it is not liquid. Of course, it is a very difficult subject, but not difficult for thinking, the man of thinking capacity. It is not difficult than understanding about our own mind. If you ask anybody, have you got mind? What will say? No answer. Everybody is the carrier of mind, representation of the mind. Even then, how many people have realized the reality and its working order of, functional order of mind? Mind is the wave of magnetic force. To understand, go to the seashore and see the wave. Every wave is the moving force of sea water. If you suppress or stop the wave, what will be the net result? Only water. Water is inside, this is outside wave, outside scenery. Similarly, the God, the magnetism, is the source. All other functions are only the wave.
What is the relation between mind and genetic center?
From the genetic center, our magnetic force is converted or transformed into 5 tanmatras: pressure, sound, light, smell and taste, according to the outside force. So, whatever you feel, the 5 tanmatra, the same time, according to the tanmatra, you are able to feel whether it is good or bad or some feeling. Such a feeling is the mind. It is also the wave function of magnetism. For example, you are seeing a cow. You know the color. What is cow? For your scenery, it is a figure. The figure is representing the magnetic force. At the same time, what you feel, oh, cow, this will give milk. Oh, this cow will be good. Like that. These all are, which is a cognition, experience, discrimination. These 3 parts are mind. Cognition to understand what you are feeling, see. Then experience, whether it is a pain or pleasure or peace, what is the benefit, these all are the experience. Then discrimination. Yesterday you have seen something, the same cow, other cow you are seeing. You find the difference between the 2 cows. This is the discrimination. So our mind is working with the discrimination, that is cognition, experience and discrimination. Heredity. What is your mother, father? You are the result. When you don't do the same bad karmas, the adding more and more karmas will stop. Then gradually, when you realize the reality of yourself and God, gradually you are doing only good things. Therefore, the bad karmas are no chance of working. In such a way, it will be avoided. And கேட்டு Because the whole universe is a sea of magnetic force. This also is a magnetic, intensified magnetic force. It flies away and finds the appropriate place according to the qualities. So it will join together by the gravity. It will join together and start working. This is called attached soul. You know? முன்னோர்கள் யாரும் கண்டுபிடிக்கவே வேண்டாம். Munnorgal means your father, mother, both are. So then if you go avanga amma appa, then finally they would have come, the first man would have come from the animals. From the animal you start going back, and one after other, one after other. Finally you come to the worms. From the worm, then plant life. From the plant life, go back, and the atoms. Atoms are the dust particles association. The dust is a mini portion of the God. So only from God everything has started, including yourself and myself. You know?
Seventh sense.
Seventh.
Seventh sense வருமான்னு கேட்டேன்.
Seventh center, if you know, you tell me, then I will.